Hi there. I am just making this video um, just as a sort of language update, I guess, um, about my Indonesian studies. So, as you know, I've been learning Indonesian for a while, and I'm going to talk a bit about reading. So, reading. I've been learning Indonesian for a while, and I'm really trying to improve my vocabulary because, as we know, we need vocab in a language. We need a lot of it if you want to read things. Um, we may be able to use the language daily and speak and make ourselves understood, but we really need to try to improve our vocab. And by doing that, we can read books. So I bought a few books, and I've realized that it's going to be very challenging. I've got probably about 5 novels, and what I've done is probably pick the 2 easiest, sort of. For $3, it's pretty good. It's thousands of new words in here, and it's gonna definitely keep me busy for a while. So I've had to go through the book, pick the easiest book. Now, if you can get a book that's been translated from English into the target language, so an American or English book that's been translated into Indonesian, that way you can you're already sort of familiar with the concepts and the culture. It may be easy for you to work out what's going on. So I've been going through the first chapter, and it's not too bad. It can get a bit tricky sometimes, but so make sure you highlight words. I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't, but anyway, highlight all the words. Maybe have a short read through it, highlight the words that you don't know, not all of them, because in some cases there may be too many. Just so try to pick the easiest book you can at first. And try and work your way through that. And something familiar and something that's interesting to you, if you can. So go through that, read through, just get a gist of it, highlight words, then look the words up, write them on top in pencil, and then read it again, and then see what you can understand. If you can make out the majority of it, then you should be fine. So you could do that. Depending on how difficult it is, you may have to do it through the entirety of the book. If it's not so bad, through the rest of the book in certain sections, I would probably just continue reading. It's just it's very painful to having to go through the whole book and highlight every little word that you don't know, and that can be quite annoying. If you really get stuck, then do it. But if you don't, just keep doing it, and then read the book again once you're finished, and then look up more words. Because you will see those words again. So try to not nail down all the words you see. However, having said that, I have found quite a few interesting words in the first chapter that I would actually like to use. So I've been memorizing them, but I'm not going to be doing that throughout the whole book because it's just going to be too time consuming and it's going to take me forever to get through this book. So reading your first novel or book in the target language is definitely not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie about that. It's going to be very challenging, but these look like the easiest books that there are that I've found. I've got other ones that are much longer and much more difficult. So get through the easy ones, get some confidence, and then go through the harder ones. If you want to improve your vocab and if you want to be able to read, in which case I do want to improve my vocab. Indonesians are fortunately Indonesian is written in the Roman alphabet, the Latin alphabet, so you don't have too many issues. You don't have to worry about characters or kanjis, things like that. So if you have an alphabet, even Russian alphabet or Korean alphabet, it's not so bad. But this is even more of an advantage learning Indonesian, even though the vocabulary will not be familiar to you at all. So you need to learn as many words as you can. So yes, reading. I'm interested to know how you guys do it. There are a lot of programs out there websites. There's Link, Steve Kaufman's Link, which enables you to learn words and save them and things like that. I think that's very good. I don't think there's any Indonesian on there though, so I'm going to be not going to be using it. If they have that language, then you might be able to use it. There may be similar programs out there as well, but definitely it's going to be very time consuming. So I'm interested to know, how do you guys do it? Do you like to read books? In this case, it's not too bad because I still probably know a lot of the words in there, so it's okay. But if you don't, what's your strategy for getting around that? What would you do? Would you highlight all the words? Would you look them up? Or would you just read through it? So, thanks for that.